Hello everyone, welcome back to GTA 3. This is Claude here, and he is busy working his way up the crime ladder here in Liberty City, as he also looks for his ex-girlfriend Catalina, who betrayed us during a bank job and left us for dead and got us sent to the pokey. So as we are doing that, we are going to hop in over here in our car. Let's see what we have parked up over here. We have our old Kuruma parked up over here, don't we? We do indeed. Let's go ahead and grab that. We're also going to grab the weapons. Grab the weapon drops here and get those going. Alright, hop on in. And then I am going to also change my controller so that it actually controls the way I want it to. Okay, and once we do that, we're going to set out on the street, and we've got a little thing to do. It's kind of like in Lord of the Rings and my Lotro videos where I do the travelogue. We're going to have a bit of a travelogue episode today. So let me get my controller fixed here, and I will be right back with you. Okay, let's head out on the streets, and you should have an announcement here.
Good news for commuters from Shoreside. Engineers have finally managed to repair the damaged mechanism on the Staunton Lift Bridge, and it is now open to traffic flow both to and from Shoreside Vale.
Witch burnings and the joy.
Okay, I believe that's long enough. Indeed, the Staunton Bridge, the elevated bridge, is now open for business. The engineers have got it unstuck. See all the Diablos running out after us. The bridge has been unstuck and has been open for business. That now opens up Shoreside Vale. So we are going to take a trip over that and see what is happening over in Shoreside Vale. We're going to give you all a little drive around. Probably won't do a mission today, but give you all a little drive around and let y'all see what's up. In addition to the bridge being open, the tunnel here has finally been completed. The section that goes over there to Shoreside should also now be completed. So we are going to head down this way. See if it allows us. Whoops. Recent spate of carjackings. Keep your doors locked. I was wanting to see if it was going to throw up a message about the... See if it was going to throw up a mess. Keep your eyes on the road. And not on this sign. There we go. Let's see. Staunton Lift Bridge is open, is operational. Okay, again. Fantastic. Let's see if it says anything about the tunnel being complete. Keep your eyes on the road and not on this sign.
Dead ahead, roadkill. Lemon speed.
Time is
Dead
2:35.
ahead, roadkill.
Drive carefully. Any more? Or does it just start over? Yeah, it just starts over, I believe. Let's see if it talks about the Staunton Lift Bridge. You actually got that radio message that we played right after you completed Donald Trump's last mission. Liberty Tunnel has been opened to all traffic. All right, so they did announce that as well. Check your speed, indeed. Enjoy your trip. They have put up a few things, haven't they? Recent wave. All right, there we go. Repeat it again with a recent wave of carjackings. So yeah, the tunnel is now open all the way over to Staunton Island, and the lift bridge is now open as well. Fantastic news, don't you think? So that is what we're going to do. Right here is usually where we would have to turn. They had this part of the tunnel ahead of us all blocked off with blue. and now with blue barricades and all, and now it continues right on over to Shoreside Vale. I think we are traveling underneath Staunton Island at the moment. We're going to go on past it, and that's probably the stadium. Looking at the little map there, I think we're traveling underneath the construction site right now. About to travel underneath the hospital and the stadium. Oops. What they say about keeping your eyes on the road? Yeah, but that radio message that we got, the one about the bridge now being open, it happens immediately after you finish the mission for Donald Trump. When you get that $10,000 reward message, yep, we've just passed under the stadium and now we're heading out underneath the river channel again. When you get the $10,000 mission pass message, and next time you hop in a car, very next time, if you've got your radio on, all right, the airport is to our left, and Francis International is to our left, and the main route to Staunton is straight on ahead. And that airport exit takes you directly to the airport as well. I mean, literally, it drops you off there at the front gate of the airport. Comes right on out at the front gates. Uh-oh, what we got? Get to the payphone in Wichita Gardens, and we'll talk business. All right, we got yet another payphone guy. Okay, here we are. We just came out. Let us, I think, travel to the left here. We will do that. Oh, look at the van with all the graffiti on the side of it. Hell, that might not be. We might not be always be in the best of neighborhoods over here. And Lord, if we aren't here once again in the middle of a frickin' thunderstorm. It has been raining so much out here. Now, where exactly does this route go? Does this take us back to the bridge, or does this circle around the island? We'll find out here in just a second. Oh, this takes us down here. Yeah, we're going as once again. It was one of the things that I enjoyed about Vice City. It was one of the issues that corrected things for me in my own personal viewpoint of the game. And the only real thing that bugged me about the game when I was playing it, for that matter, was, right here we got the high-rise projects here. You are definitely in the low-class, low-rent part of the city, and there's the payphone. We are not going to take those missions right now, but we will come back to them. There is a gang down here called the Nines, and that is who you are tending to work with here at the down in this area, is working for the Nines. Okay, right up here is going to be our safe house. Let's see. Is it up here on the upper? Yeah, I think it's up here on the upper projects. So yeah, you see you've got the high-rise housing projects here. Like I said, kind of the low-rent district. And it looks like we're going to travel up to the upper section of those. Yeah, we got to come down here and take that exit. So let us take the one that goes up right there. See that part there just circles around the projects. We're going to go to the upper level of the projects up here. Just as low rent, but still the projects. I think this circles around behind them as well. Got the red ones, whereas there you got the kind of beat up, dirty, purplish red bricks. So maybe this part here is a little bit more high rent than the other. Maybe. But we can't, that circle around, that's actually going to take us on up. So let's head on back. It's been a while since I've been in this area of the world. And that's one thing you'll find, that there aren't that many missions now. You notice how many missions we have done before. Here's where our safe house is, as you see. There's our weapons pickups, our police bribes, and right here is our garage. And I believe this is now a 3-car garage. Let's pop out of it. As you see here, I think you can put 3 cars in here. The middle door does not open, but you can bring a car. You can turn a car and then bring it right over here and park it. So we now can store 3 cars down here. So we can store up a total of 6. 3 here, 2 on Staunton, and of course 1 back on Portland. Here is all our weapons pickups. They will line up along this, as you see. We've got the 4 that we had. There's our 4 police bribes. There's our health heart. And right up here, there's our baseball bat. And as you run up here to this door, you run on into the projects. Isn't it such a wonderful looking place here? And this is how you save up. So we are going to go ahead and save that. Let's see, we're doing a drop in the ocean right there. Overwrite the save game. There, and we're back into daylight again. Okay, let's grab our car and let's go for a ride, shall we? Finish kind of flirting around the island here. You've seen kind of where the projects are. This is our safe house, but as I was saying, this is the thing that Vice City fixed. And that, yeah, in Vice City, you started at the bottom. And all the games after that, San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 5, GTA 4. Each one you start at the bottom. You start at this flea-bitten roach motel, horrible place to live. But then as you get successful and you make money, you're able to upgrade your living standards. You know, it's like if you look up there right now, we have got over $1 million in the bank. And we're down here living in the projects. You know, we're not in the really low projects like you see right down there ahead of us. Those are the really low rent projects, the purplish brick. We're more in the red brick projects, high-rise projects, but we're still in the projects. Still in the PJs. And it's like, I've got over $1 million. Why aren't I living in a better place? Why don't I have access to an apartment? Well, in the next game, they fix that. Yeah, the next game. Remember, this is still okay. Right up here, as you see, we're in the place now with mansions. You've got all these mansions off to our left. And the thing about these mansions are, you'll notice there's Colombians wandering around because, yep, see, there's one shooting at us because right up here on the left, that's one of the big Colombian mansions. So you see the one with the gated door. You can't imagine why the door would be gated, do you? Yeah, there you go. That's one of the Colombian mansions there. So we're in the rich folks district, and it is rather overrun with Colombians. Just to let you know that. So we still got the gang part going on. As you see, this is the tunnel that's supposed to go over to Carcer City, and it is closed off. This road never opens up, by the way. It's right here. It's permanently closed, you know, nothing going on. But in the game world, this is one of the ones that heads on out of the territory here and takes you to Carcer City, which is the city, the really bad city that you hear it mentioned a few times in radio reports, some of the news reports and stuff, the little blurbs in between the songs. There is one where they talk about in news in Carcer City, congratulations to the police chief who was, you know, under a court case for corruption. You know, the case was thrown out when all the witnesses disappeared, and we hope they're found soon. So that tells you what life in Carcer City is like. The other thing about Carcer City that'll give you, if you remember the Rockstar Games game Manhunt, the one where it was a very controversial game of theirs, where you set out and, let's see, is this another closed off tunnel up here? Or is this one actually open? Yep, this is another closed off tunnel up on this end. The game Manhunt is set in Carcer City. Manhunt's the one where you've got it's kind of like a cross between Saw and the Running Man. You wake up, let's go right up here. Here is the dam. You wake up and you are, it's kind of like the Running Man. Yeah, here's the dam here, basically based on Hoover Dam. And you can actually drive across the top of it here. So on the map down there. You got the reservoir off to your left. You've got the, let's take a look over here. The reservoir off to your left. Let's look down. Here's the dam off to the right. You can see down below all the buildings and everything. Down on the dam proper, you know, where the power station and everything are. But yeah, you wake up and you are being held prisoner. You are a convicted felon, convicted murderer, whatever, who has been basically bought by this rich billionaire who makes snuff films. In Manhunt, and Manhunt 2, he basically makes snuff films using convicted killers. And this dirt road here, Mike said I'm playing on controller and it's just vibrating like crazy as we drive across it because we got rumble turned on. And he buys basically from the corrupt prison system. Let's go over here and let y'all see the dam. There's the dam there that we just crossed. He buys convicted criminals from the corrupt prison system and then puts them in this big part of town, basically the slums that he has closed off. He's bought and closed off all of it, turned it into a sealed area, and he has them hunt down and kill each other. All right, let's go over here. If you'll take a look, there's a door opening up, and we have got a rather familiar listing here, don't we? Where a bunch of cars that they're wanting. Everything from a Sentinel to an Idaho to a taxi to a cabbie to an Esperanto. So there you go. It's yet another car import-export service. This one's a little bit easier because if you notice, they're all for the most part regular cars. Like the is this the Kuruma? What was I in? I thought I was in a Kuruma from the other place. I am. Is Kuruma on that list? Why don't we go on in and park it and see? I didn't realize Kuruma was actually on this list. Delivered like a pro. There it is, next to the bottom left. Okay, fantastic. Well, that just puts us in a situation where we need another car now. So let's grab this bouncy castle. And I'm sure it's on the list too. But we're not going to worry about that right now. I'm sure Landstalker's on that list, but we actually want to finish our little drive around town. Shown you the projects. I've shown you the dam. I've shown you and that's the road. As you see, those are the high rent buildings off to our left. The mansion straight ahead. The dam is back behind us. There are the projects you can see down to the lower left. We will continue to drive. This is the industrial area here, more kind of industrial factory type stuff. Oh, come on. And the traffic is, as always, horrendous. So we will travel on up this hill. There's the local pay and spray. So that will come in handy to remember where this is. Back around here, that just, as I said, bouncy castle. Good God, the steering on this thing is horrible. All right, I think we've got one more real place to show you. That's the airport, so we will head on out that way. And go up. We will turn left up here this time. I don't know this particular section of the city as well as I know the other two islands, because there aren't that many. There's the police station right here. Every island has a police station. That's this one with a cop car out front. And every island has its hospital, and that's the hospital that we're passing on the left there right now, as you see. There's the health pickups and the ambulances off to the left there, the two double hearts and the health. So that's that. I don't know this island as well as I know the other two, simply because once you get here, there aren't that many missions left. You know, you've done well over 2/3 of the game. I'd have to sit down and go onto the website and count how many missions we've actually done, but it's been a lot. And at this point, I'm thinking in the actual storyline, you've got about 5 or 6 missions left to do. There really are not that many. See, I think you turn here, yeah, there's the airport ahead of us and to the right. There really aren't that many missions left to go. So comparatively, it's like once you get here, there's maybe 1/6 of the missions. Let's say there's 30 missions in the game. Who knows? Maybe 5 of them happen involving this island. So suddenly, your amount of time that you spend over here has really been decreased. Okay, let's go around the little roadblock, the traffic pile up there. Here is the airport. Okay. And I'm not sure. We'll take a look here in a second. I'm not sure if you get a wanted star for driving out onto the airport or not. We might take a look here right quick once we get a slightly better car. I'm going to see if we can grab this taxi. And we've got another scrolling sign above us. Why don't we... Let's zoom right on over here and see if we can see what this sign says. Follow 1 for long and short-term parking. Welcome to Francis International Airport. The time is 2:25. And it's welcome to Francis International Airport. Does it say anything other than the parking thing, the long and short-term parking?
Come here, honey.
Please
I gotta go on vacation.
do not leave luggage unattended.
Always show.
Back to the welcome to Francis sign. I love the little scrolling signs and stuff that they put in here. It's so cool.
People kill people.
Time again. Is it going to go welcome again, or is it going to give it a please follow? Nope, welcome. I bet the next one will say please follow 1 to
Get a gun.
long and short-term parking. Yep, follow to long and short-term parking. So yeah, you don't actually do that many missions down here, and it's a shame. Mindfiend was talking the other day. It's much the same in GTA 4 that when you finally open up Alderney Island, there isn't that many missions left to do over there. I mean, there's still a lot. There's a lot more in GTA 4 than there was here in GTA 3. There's our parking off to the right. That's always a good place to grab like cheetahs and infernuses. There's always some really nice, expensive cars over there. There's where the fire truck can be found. I'm not sure if there's an actual fire station on this island, but the fire truck itself is right there, you know, parked here at the airport, and it's always there. That's one thing we're going to be doing. We're going to, probably the first thing that we do is knock out the vigilante missions and knock out the vigilante missions and knock out the firefighter missions. Get those last 2 police bribes, so we'll have 6 police bribes. And we will also, alright, did not give us any warning. Did not give us any stars. So, let's see, let's continue on out. This may not have been the game where they first started giving you stars. Look at all these planes. It would have been lovely to be able to fly one of these, but that was not available back then. I have said before, following information that was given, you know, the common information that you get on the websites and everything, that originally the Dodo was meant to be flown, but they took it out of the game because of 911. The developers have actually said that is not true. They said the Dodo was never meant to be flown. That it was a situation where, you know, they didn't want to get into the flight mechanics, so that was actually not taken out of the game due to 9/11. That actually the Dodo was never meant to be a flyable craft. So that seems to be a bit of a Liberty City GTA urban myth, that the dodo that supposedly they took out of the game and kept you from flying, clipped its wings, actually never occurred. They never intended for you to be able to fly it in the first place. I was kind of surprised we didn't see one sitting there. Perhaps we have to wait till a certain mission gets done. Been nice to get in one of those jets, though, wouldn't it? One of those little Learjet thingies. All right, so that completes pretty much all the interesting sites. So, as you see, this map isn't as nicely laid out as the others. Well, I guess it's probably as nicely laid out as the one in Portland is, but it is just an annoying layout. There's a lot of loops that don't connect back up, that you have to come back down, like the loop around the projects. We didn't even cross the bridge. There's a bridge that you go across to get over from one section of this place to the other, rather than follow that loopy road. It's just got some really annoying. And see, here's a perfect example of what I was talking about here. I thought this road led to like the subway tunnel. I swore that this right here was where not the subway tunnel, but the road tunnel, I swore, came out right here. Apparently it doesn't. Alright, well, we're going to cross by the bridge anyway. I know that part of the tunnel that we travel takes you to the airport instead of the Vale. Maybe it's on up this way. But we are going to turn here. Yep, there it is. Here's where the other side of the tunnel comes out. If we had taken that exit instead of going straight, we would have come out here instead of down there near the projects, all right? But where we're going to go right now is up here. We are going to see if we can get across the lift bridge now that it has been repaired, now that they have unstuck it. Let's see if we can get on up here. Let's see if it's up or if it's down. Hopefully it'll be in the down position. It looks like it is. We have managed to cross across, and we are back in Staunton. Okay, so there you go. Whoops, there it is. Here's the alarm bells ringing. That's letting you know that the bridge, there it goes. And the bridge actually rises. It'll go up like that. It'll be up in that position for like 10 or 15 or 20 seconds or so, and then it'll come back down again. So there you are. We were lucky that one came up on it, and it was actually, see, doesn't stay up for long. Just long enough to let the shipping traffic go through, and then it goes back down again. Really nice. I'm happy that they put that touch in there, that not only was it stuck in the elevated position to keep you from traveling to the island, it still goes up and down. It is a functioning lift bridge. So we are continuing back around here. And yeah, if you get on that slope part there, you can really get some speed build up. Okay, and here we are back on Staunton. Right here at Belleville Park. We are going to come right on over here, lock up in our safe house. Yeah, you'll hear that bell a lot. Anytime that bridge is open and you're right in this vicinity, anywhere closer than the park there, you'll be hearing that bell ring. Get out of the way, Cheetah. All right, so we are going to pull it on in here. We will lock it up now. Thank y'all for coming along. Like I said, not much of an actual productive mission in far as finishing up our missions go, but a good little tour of the island, showing you kind of the highlights of the area and where there is to go. All right, there we are. As they say, welcome to Shoreside Vale, and we will see y'all next time. Have a good one, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.